this is when Falcons should win. You couldn't say that with the first two. Now you feel you should be able to say that.
I think it's just one of those things with, like, we added Celium, Pred is on this lineup. Like, we want to get away from what we had last year, which was losing a lot of series.
Yeah.
And let's get away from the bottom. Yeah, it starts with this.
Yeah, well, let's see if they can get a series win. So far, they've been able to win one map. That's true of both teams. Hardpoint victory on Scar against the Thieves for the Falcons. Ravens are able to win a Search and Destroy. So neither team finding much success yet, but it's going to be Pred with a lot of it early on here on Colossus Hardpoint to kick us off. He starts out 3-0.
Yeah, nice start from him. And again, yeah, you have Kismet on this team, so on maps like this, you can run 3 subs. You have a very strong sort of 3-sub trio. Between this is, well, Pred gets one, actually gets a double, so a very strong start here for Falcons, showing off kind of what we were talking about, that there is flexibility with this lineup.
We'll see if they can make it click. A series that they really feel the pressure to win to get some CDL points going before we get to our first major at the end of January. We'll be headed to Dallas, but still a lot of competition to go. If you're not familiar with how it works, each team's going to be playing 7 matches to fight for seeding going into that tournament. Every 10 points can be so big off of a win. Again, both looking for their first, but even Cell with a sub in hand as everybody's flooding. Slasher trying to stay up, and Slasher guy on the other side. You heard the desk talk about it. Him, Nero need to find some success, but old man Slasher trying to improve things.
Yeah, I mean, let's not forget, like, Carolina last year at the start of the year, man, they were
like T4, right around there, yeah.
Right? Like top 6, got to a final at our first minor. Like, they were a big story. A couple of team changes, everybody else kind of caught up, but it was a very strong start for Carolina, so they want to get back to that.
And they made, what, a team change and just never kind of got back to it,
yeah,
right? Like,
yeah, it's just that discussion. Did people catch up? Was it the right team change? It probably wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, that happens, though. You make a team change. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it's not. But we think, for the most part, at least with this year, most team changes we're going to see, and probably going to happen after Major 1. That's usually your kind of rule of thumb. At least play through the first Major.
Yeah, unless the scrims have been awful.
Yeah, true. Unless right. It's like that bad, you know?
The holiday break does open up some timings where you have a few weeks where, like, all right, if we're going to insert somebody new, this is a chance.
But you'd kind of be surprised. Did that happen?
I think so.
Okay. Marginal lead here for the Falcons early on, but as Pred started out 3-0, he's still triple positive, 9-3. Teammates there for the trade. Trying to lock down this early time around the point, but Ravens been able to pluck people out of it for the most part. With Celium's gunfight win, Lurk's about to be the next up for Ravens to try and get aggressive towards the point. All the kills going through for Falcons. A flank play from Craze is going to get one, but not turn anything else. I guess the one positive you'll take from Ravens, you haven't got any time, but you've been able to clear them out of it a little bit, make it a little bit messy.
Yeah, it feels like
there's a nice way.
Yeah, they've been getting outslayed really till this 4 dead. So yeah, you're only down around 30 points or so. A big rotation though. Exnid going on a long route, and I think he found a timing behind Nero. So this could be a huge moment. The problem is though, okay, Kismet wins that gunfight. So I was gonna say, like, maybe if he allowed that player to get through, it turns into 1 or 2, and then this doesn't really matter. But immediate pressure towards this P4.
Rush will be here. Got to deal with early. Be Kismet just tucked away, lane prone in a corner. He's going to give himself a freebie. Not traded out, is playing it slow as Craze. They kind of send it 1 by 1. And that won't lead to any success for Royal Ravens. I'm a little surprised there. It's like you send one player in, the other one's just kind of, I don't know, holding for the trade, but Kiz is, well, I don't want to say off angle. His corner, though, perfect for the play.
And that's sort of like why we talk about maybe Kiz will end up running a second sub, because just those sorts of plays, we just don't really, Pred, that's not sort of what he's going to do. Exnid has just been the super hyper aggro guy. There's no one doing that, at least so far. And that's just kind of makes sense. Like, that is why Kismet is a world champion.
Beautiful play from him, and now we watch Exit on 5 in a row. Streak keeps going. Up to 6. Lead building now for Falcons. What, about 10 seconds remaining on Old as we get ready for our next hardpoint. Exit streak will end there. We get into our second set, and I mean, pretty controlled by the Falcons. Yes, they pulled away in that last point, really. It was close until that, so Ravens still fighting, but it seems like Falcons start to click a bit. Yeah, I mean, you get pretty much a full 60, 50 points or so at that P4. That really gains the lead, or makes this lead pretty large. But yeah, just from a slaying standpoint, outside of Nero, you are getting destroyed on a map like Colossus. Just, it's gonna be pretty tough to do. I mean, there are just gunfights all over the place. It is constant, and well, that's how you are going to win on this map. Yeah, fight. When you're done fighting, you're fighting some more. No, it can be a truly wild one, but this is a moment now for Ravens to try and get back into this. Yeah, now Falcons with this 50-point lead. Let's see if they can hang on to it. Let's go to a listen-in with Falcons.
That's fine. Nice. I'm picking up rocket. I know that's it. I have left.
I can't.
That's run right, run right. Yo, two right, guys. Go on right, they're doing the right route, doing the right route. Two of them, he's already back crate, already deep right.
I mean,
It's deep right platform.
come you,
Go front.
Give me chance. I mean, make that. Or like,
I'm on him up, P1.
One shot
side though, one shot looks, absolutely go. Blue steps, one shot. In the back.
Oh my god, Bulldog.
One shot, turn the back. Flank in the middle, flank in mid.
Guarantee.
In the back. One more in the back.
I'm
playing up front, I have the rest front. Nothing right.
I have
Front looks.
I
You're by yourself. Help time. Oh, I'm doing. Nice. Go front. I didn't need to push MC. Double shot left MC. Yeah.
Three.
Do this. One shot. P1 Nero.
You got one shot
P1 one time.
I spun out.
Take your time. Whoever's in the back.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm done.
One shot.
The statue.
Where do you go?
Flash your statue, he's just holding.
I'm holding top for a second.
I'm playing it.
They're going to.
I'm holding a yellow pinch MC. No one's pinching you guys P4.
It could be deep. You could have went deep.
Back into the action, Falcons. Looking good so far. The lead still sitting around 50.
Yeah, now Ravens right now just trying to fight on back around 50 seconds or so, but another great P2 hold there for Falcons. You just heard the listening, the intensity from these guys. We heard it all year last year, especially Extend. These guys just play with such pace, such aggression, but right now it may not matter. That's going to be a 4 dead a chance for Ravens.
This is a big chance. Slasher, Craze, both on 3 in a row, trying to lock down the point. Great shots at range here from Lurks. One more to deal with. Tagged up and shallow and thought he was going to be able to win the fight, but does enough damage that should slow down the push from Kiz here for a moment at least. We know how scrappy this particular point can be. A nice multi from Exton, though, actually ended up being huge for them. Allows Cell to get in position, and now you're soaking up some time.
You want to hold these spawns. You see Slasher playing a little bit slow. Nero going to spawn up next to him. I think we saw Craze with the Hellstorm, so you will have that to work with, but this is what they blundered last time. It was Exton, it was Kismet kind of right on this elbow. First gunfight, didn't go the way of Falcons, but the next 2 go the way of Ravens. So we are just battling for P4 control, and this is how Ravens get back into the game. You see the close spawns are going to be here. They just have to deal with Kismet, Slasher with the SMG. He's got it, but on the hill, a big one-on-one win for Pred.
No, you nailed it. This is where Falcons pulled away last time. You're hoping Ravens maybe the chance to equalize, but for now inside, it will be Falcons. They're going to lose a couple of players, though, so numbers are going to be here for Ravens. That's going to be 2. Make it 3 for Nero. They'll break right back in. So still 40 seconds, a crucial 40 seconds. They get this, within 10, 15 points. They're in a beautiful spot, but now you got to hold. They've got map control, they've got spawns, they're making the comeback.
Yeah, and I mean, they're just starting to slang. He's starting to get these pop-off moments, but it's a lot easier to do that when you have those close spawns. Can reinforce quickly, but as soon as I say that, it's going to be all 4 dead. But it's with 15 seconds or so.
Yeah.
I mean, you would have loved to have it. That's going to be a 30-point swing.
Yeah, it's just going to happen on this map. You know, you hype up a nice triple or something,
Yeah,
and then
everyone else is dead.
Then a triple happens on the other side immediately. But now into our 3rd set of rotations.
There's Kiz again going on a big wrap. He's going all the way around. So Falcon, you're waiting on him. This is almost like an S&D route where you're just sort of waiting on this route. And there we go. He's going to find the first.
Finds the first. Great read onto the second. Kiz is making the plays with sub in hand. And you're over there going, you literally is off camera. You're like, yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, it makes us, I don't know, when we have that narrative we're sort of discussing. This is what he does, man.
Yeah.
This is why we were having that discussion. It's twice now. We've seen on rotation, Kismet with his sub in hand make big-time plays for the squad.
Yeah, this is just a map where he will have a sub out.
Yeah.
We're not sure if there's been any kind of change yet. We'll probably find out on a different respawn. But yeah, a couple of massive plays helping keeping the team out in front. Now needing 40 for the W. As Exted cleans up 1 after Cell got a pair. They're looking to take the final bit of time. We'll hop the Pred on rotation out. He's going to have the entire team in front of him. Whatever damage he can do will be crucial for the squad. Nearly able to take down 2. Honestly, if anything, it might have been able to just influence Squans a bit for Ravens, but still his teammates able to get into a decent spot. He might just slow down the Ravens rotation a little bit there.
Yeah, I mean, Ravens, you go for that big rotation, well, you better get this break or the game is going to be over. So yes, you have the close spawns. And there we go. They're going to get them out of the hill. So pretty much has to be flawless hardpoint for Ravens here on out. And just going to be so tough to do on Colossus.
Salim leading the way in the slaying column, having himself a game. Kismet hitting about everything inside the room.
I mean, Lurk's movement there was insane.
Yeah, no, that looked a little wild. Best of luck tracking that, but Kiz will tally in another pop the reload before he re-engages. Just 19 needed for the win and back into the point. They can win it here. First guy they can push is going to be Lurks. Now it's going to get staggered for Royal Ravens. They can't go one by one. Everybody has got to send it. I love this from Exton. Tuck into a corner, catch somebody. Able to do just that. And that should seal it. Unless they get there to pick Celium out of it. Not going to happen. Map 1 goes to Falcons. They're able to win their second hard point now on the year. Take advantage in this series. Last time they went up 1-0. Things fell apart after that, but they're not playing Thieves this time around. Much more winnable series.
No, yeah, and I think probably after that match, they, I don't know, focused hard probably on Search and Destroy. There was like comms from after that map too, where Thieves are like, what in the heck are these guys doing? They are lost. But that's just what happens kind of early in the year. You're trying to play catch up. A lot of times the big focus is on the respawns, and then you're just sort of over to Search, or Thieves just hard countered them. But either way, this is kind of what you, I don't know, expected from Falcons when you talk about this lineup. Guess who's leading the way? It's going to be Celium with some Celium-looking stats, then everyone right behind him.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was sort of the talk of the first week. I mean, Cell was not putting up Celium stats last week. This time, they'll dropping a bomb, padding those stats, and putting up a big one. On the other end of it, I think you started to see some fight, but it was like, I mean, you were like 6 and 12 range for, I think, like Slasher, Lurks. Like, they came out and started really, really slow. I mean, the only person really finding kills in volume early on was Nero. The other guys started to pick it up, the pace started to pick up, but you just, I don't want to say you were in too big of a hole, but you were down about 50, just guns got hot a little bit too late. And well, I think if we're talking about guns being hot in a scrappy map like this, you've got more talent on Falcons.
Well,
you do.
You know, Des was talking about, like, the subs played pretty darn well. It was the ARs that sort of struggled for Ravens, and now they just kind of flip-flopped. But when you're consistently losing spawns on some of the key hills on this map, P2 and P4 in particular, when you're a sub, you're just running head first.
And hell.
Setup. Yeah, it's just so difficult. And I think that was the key. There were a couple of chances for Ravens to get back in the game. There were 2 P4s. The first one was sort of that Kismet exited play where they broke the spawns and then turned it into their big 50-point lead. Then there was a break on that second rotation. I think you were just a step ahead if you were Falcons. It was honestly some really good team play. And then even that P1 break to close the game out, you're waiting on Kismet. Everyone stayed patient. No one threw their life away. It was good stuff from Falcons.
No, it was. Looking to see more of this from this team. I mean, I don't think expectations were insane, really, at all for them. I mean, people thought they'd be better maybe than they've been so far, but middle of the pack, I think, was a really realistic expectation. But this is one of those series you probably need to start winning if you're even going to be middle of the pack. Otherwise, maybe looking at bottom of the pack as we take a look at
I think the concern was just that, like, the monster kickoff was we lost to Doug, right? It's just like that was the concern.
No, that's goddamn insane.
Yeah, no, that was the sort of concern coming into this. Losing the 2 matches they did last week, not a.
And we don't mean like shade to Doug with that.
No,
just,
no.
Doug hasn't competed a while. You losing to Doug, that just can't happen.
No, 100%. So, yeah, it was just a concern of, okay, now you're playing sort of a better matchup here. How's it going to go? So far, so good.
Okay, well, let's take a look at our maps and modes as we get deeper into this one. We now get to Scar, Search, and Destroy. Ravens got to Search and Destroy. Win in their first series despite losing 1-3. As you said, Falcons looked a little lost in the Search and Destroy. So we'll see if they find some improvements. You got to give the edge, I think, just to Royal Ravens, just with this, I don't know, Slasher team and Search and Destroy. They should be pretty solid. Typically, he's part of a decent Search team.
Yeah, and I mean, I think, I don't know, Scar, Search, Destroy just probably makes sense to him the way he wants to play, just sort of pick heavy, rotate back and forth. But you got to get your SMGs involved. Hopefully, you can see a little bit more here from Craze.
We'll see if you can get a little more from Falcons in Search and Destroy. Was there anyone particular you think really needed to step it up in that particular mode, or?
No, I just think they were kind of all over the place.
It's hard to pinpoint it when they lost.
Yeah, it's just tough to do. I mean, again, you have guys coming from all different teams. You know, some proven winners in the past, world champions. Everyone's going to have different mindsets on how to play the game. It's just getting everyone on that same page.
No, and Search is just one of those modes year in year out. It just clicks for some people or some teams early, and it doesn't for others until we get a little bit later. It's like, I don't know, some people just play it and they get it. Some need to like lose a bit, watch other teams get it, and then sort of replicate what they do.
True. Yeah, and again, like you have sort of FaZe style in this from Celium. You have, you know, New York style in this from Kismet. You have Optics style in it, right? They're all world champions. Like they're literally like, no, this is the best way. Like I'm telling you, like we won.
Yeah, so it's got to be an interesting combo.
Everyone's just got to get on the same page.
We'll see if they get on the same page within this series. So far, so good with the hardpoint win. Now, can they replicate it with the Search and Destroy? Royal Ravens bounce back into it. Entertaining map 1. Colossus still, I don't know, it's just a mess to me at times, but at least when a solid team slows it down a bit, like we saw Falcons able to do for a couple of points, we saw some good Call of Duty over that stretch. Now for Scar Search, we'll focus on the first bloods. Maybe focus on like what Falcons maybe are struggling with. I think we have a pretty good idea how Slasher and company are going to want to play this. Just got a pretty good idea.
And I think the key last week was like sort of like, I don't know, just sort of switching up the pace, right? Teams were very slow on A. Then we saw some teams being open, like in Thieves, to working that B bomb. Slow round to start. It's a lot of dodge and nades early.
Yeah, no trophies for several rounds. So dodge and nades, wasting utility, calling that out to your teammates. Craze gets tagged. He's 19 HP, but looks like he will stay alive for now. Lurks has moved up into position. I think Preg gets a spot on him, and he's going to back away. So you've taken some ground over towards A if you're the offense in Ravens, but still can be difficult to get this bomb played. I mean, offense just, it's tough here. It is.
You know, like wallbanging through, it's tough to cross the bomb. That's really the key.
We see a lot of rounds in without it getting planted, put it that way.
Correct, yeah. It's just tough to cross the bomb. You don't have a trophy. That's what teams are waiting for. But you will find that first blood on the Kismet. But still, there's going to be the trade, and, well, there's a double P. So Pred's going to find a double. Lurks, though, on the trade. So 2 versus 2 still need to plant.
Hell of a job by Pred, just giving them a chance in the round after losing their first man. Nice little reach out there from Cell. He's traded out down to a 1 versus 1. Exted, I thought, had the freebie for a moment, but he gets ripped. Both players trying to get back to full. Just over 10 seconds to go. Craze recouping bomb. Gets the spot, has to plant.
He's got enough time. Now it's just a call, 50-50. Ball goes for the flank. Where did he go?
Okay.
Craze thinks he's going on the flank all the way through. That's why that looks insane. Yeah, he hits the little wall hop there. It almost loses him.
Yeah, I got a little nervous when the shots were what they were on the first chow. But nice, yeah, nice little wall bounce to bring it back and take it. Pred's 2. That's going to be what keeps him in it. And that's just like, I think Lurks has maybe got the angle to kind of trade that out before the second kill comes in, but it looks like he's kind of behind the post or maybe watching that right side low push. But Pred shouldn't be able to get 2 there.
No, yeah, it's just tough on that time. It's just a good time.
It is.
You're just so focused on that guy lower. So nice shot by Pred there. And I thought in the 2-on-2, I thought Craze was actually going to kill Exnid first, but because Lurks died when he did, he opts for the first trade on a Cell. So it was like this, if it's a second later, I think like Craze might end up just winning that round through mid. But sometimes that's just what this game is.
Well, first blood this time to the offense again. Celium and the squad combo needs to find that early pick. So we'll see what the Royal Ravens defense opts to do as you lose the man early. Probably hard to play it as aggressive on A as you'd like to.
As I say, bomb was B side. I thought for a second there they were going to try to just like switch things up, but I think with the first blood behind the nade, Jizz is just going to wrap it back. Now time to start to work this objective. This is all about the numbers game now, and Jizz just going to go right on it. Doesn't see anybody watching the cross, so timing will be good for him.
No, we talk about how hard it is to plant, but a little bit easier after you get that blood, because yeah, Royal Ravens can't take the positions they want to. Exit, he's got it right across at the box. Craze is going to pop. Does he turn it into multiple? He does. Now just try to finesse. Help is going to come in. Yeah, I hope Nero can win that one. Not able to do it. It's going to need to be an ace now from Craze, and not going to get it done. Feels like Craze, another round where he's nearly able to call game.
I mean, a bullet away from killing Celium. It felt like a couple of times, and then, yeah, Pred's just playing the long distance with the AR. But I thought for a second when he was, like, butt scooting to the bomb, I thought he was just about to, like, ninja that thing.
Yeah.
I think that's just my mindset. I love dealing for ninjas. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, you lose that first blood, and Kismet gets away with the bomb clean. Sometimes when we see that you lose man advantages on Scar, it's typically post-plant. That player who plants ends up dying, but it was just so...
That was a good vision, though, of like how it can be tricky, though, as the offense when you plant it and back up. Like that box, like there is playmaking ability for the retake 100%. You saw Craze nearly go crazy. But it'll be Falcons with the 2-0 edge early here, able to get it done on offense and defense to start us off. Aggressively pushed up will be Craze, just inside a deli, tucked away in a corner. He's basically got all the kills for his squad so far, and he's looking to get active again.
And he did this last round, but it was much later, so he's doing a little bit quicker now.
Kind of relying on your teammates' comms and enemy pings from fire just to find an opening.
He's got to be careful, because sometimes that player top stairs will just go for a wallbang through the window, but instead he's going to get caught by Celium. So first blood again for Falcons. See, Slasher was just watching that flank, but now he feels like he's got to get involved, so he's going to try to work middle.
Lurks just getting wall banged, ripped, and dropped. Slasher trying to find an opening. Gonna give, I thought maybe Cell another one, but it'll be Exit that closes it out. So far, so good for Falcons. And I think Cell on 4 or 5 straight now hasn't earned a streak, but maybe get a little bit closer. We'll keep an eye on it.
No, but just in general, just great out of Falcons, right? They're playing together. Seems like they're always in the right place, not letting anything bad happen. And it's sort of like, yeah, Ravens are the one getting caught in these awkward moments where they're getting blooded, or when they do have numbers, not exactly sure what to do, or just relying on Craze on these offenses.
Yeah, I mean, outside of that, the first round, obviously, Preds 2 kind of switches things, but the other, like, listen, A is pretty, it's not, it can be crazy just because the balconies and pillars and timings of it, but like, it is sort of like a group up and trade effectively type thing, and when they've gotten Bloods back to back, I mean, that scenario, you should be winning that, I think, with the talent on this roster. So they put themselves in winning position, and there's another Blood. 5 straight for Cell. Ravens try to get aggressive on both sides, not able to find the opening. Cell gets there and finds the timing, and that's just free.
Well, he just checks it. He just jumps over the wall. So I don't know if they need someone to watch that while they're doing that, because they just run under the plane. I think they're hoping that they don't see him, but he just does that and sees them both, and he's like, okay, I have a freebie.
Yeah, so that's like the only thing. It's like we have some standard like 3-lane maps and like structure, but because of the wall bounce, it becomes a little interesting. Just the lane checks you can get for free, right?
If you want to get aggressive, one person just has to watch that from top.
Well, so in the past you have to like low shoulder or something, or at least get to a position to like hold a head of your shoulder. This you just jump up and check it. Like,
yep.
That's the one thing. It's like not quite traditional Call of Duty. A little bit different, despite having some traditional maps. Another nade kill for Cell. His streak keeps on going. He's 7-1. Pred gets another. Nero left alone. 1 versus 4. 20 seconds to go. Sniper in hand. Best of luck with that.
They've just never had numbers, really, Ravens. These last 3 rounds have been all Falcons. And on this map, when you're down a man or two,
he was hitting that.
You feel like you have to hit a timing, right, to catch them off in no man's land or catch them on the bomb, and they just haven't been able to do that. But that just starts with Celium jump peeking just 10 seconds into the round.
Maybe they're liking Scar. I mean, we saw the hardpoint win versus Thieves here. I mean, dominant so far in Search. Pred vibing, boys clicking, looking for those first 10 CDL points.
Gives you a headband like that.
I mean, I'd look insane.
I think you'd look good.
I don't know, man. Is it connected to his glasses?
It might be. Maybe like they broke or something.
Yeah. I wasn't sure what was going on there. They're trying to triple challenge
now we're kind of desperation mode.
Yeah,
we're trying to.
He's not working.
He's not working. We're going to chow the Godheady on the plane with our nades, but we didn't find that player, so things not going well. And now you're 30 seconds in the round. Probably don't have a lot of utility left, and you're just playing standard A.
Slasher, Nero, and Lurks are combined 2 and 12. I mean, it has been, outside of a couple playmaking chances from Craze, there has been next to nothing.
0.
And I would keep saying it, a broken record, but like, yeah, when you're down in numbers basically early every round, it's almost the equivalent of like losing rotation over and over again in hardpoint, right? Like, it's just hard. The game's hard.
Well, Falcons switching up this time. They've played so standard. Now they're getting aggressive, and well, it was Craze trying to pick up the deep flank, so he does get a trade.
Do they know there's going to be 2 more?
Probably not, yeah. So I like this switch up here. What's been working? Now let's get aggressive. Cell's going to find 1. He's on 7 in a row. Stats going to be looking a lot better. He also has the health.
Yeah, let's say. Cell's like, listen, I've been the top KD for however many years in a row. When I'm going to get mine, I'm going to get mine. He's no free kills.
Slasher makes it. Oh, my. Yeah. Just the timing. Just the timing. But Nero does turn this into a 2-on-2.
They fly at him. Nero gets a second. And Slasher will clean up. Yeah, Slasher, I mean, honestly, just peeking there for a second was probably enough to set Nero up, I imagine. Or he might probably help. Maybe turned ahead.
Turned ahead, 100%.
Yeah, I'd have to watch it back to see if that was the case. But at first, I was like, oh, God, Slasher, what are we doing? Like, wait until you got to get me there.
In that box, but yeah, put shots in, allows Nero just to play his life. So nice little clutch there, much needed for Carolina.
Yeah, no, much needed. Yeah, good way to put it. They needed a round big time. They're still going to get blooded, right? But this time, at least able to bring it back. And it feels like a team that wants to slow rounds down. They really tried to slow it down there. I mean, it was really the aggression from Falcons. And that's probably what they would love. I mean, Falcons getting over-aggressive, trying to wrap flanks. I mean, it probably plays into maybe what Ravens want to do.
Well, I think what was awkward is that, like, once they had multiple people on the flanks, they
Just had nobody.
They all backed up. Everybody
Yeah.
backed up. That opened that avenue up for Slasher. So, yeah, maybe Falcons playing a little bit too safe, but still, good switch up for them. And now you have this.
And that should free up the A bomb site. As Cell will be calling everybody out. A bomb site wide open. They'll take the plant off of the streak, or will they? It looks like he hopped on it, was about halfway and hopped off of it. Just worried maybe the timing wasn't going to work out.
They didn't really slow it down, so didn't float in the air for too long, but they got a first blood through. You trap 2 players inside of that mid deli. So 2 versus 3 now. And you have Pred starting to lurch his way on up.
That timing is not the best for Slasher. That is disgusting stuff. At first I thought Pred was going to be a free kill. Slasher turns right before he bounces up. They're hunting for him, not finding him. Pred makes the play. Cell streak really opens things up, just able to calm everybody and get people penned inside a deli. Nice little bounce back around there after giving one up.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that turns around if Pred does get caught. Because Slasher, his spidey senses were tingling there for a bit. The hairs on his arm.
Oh, I mean, he was holding for that exact play.
He knew someone maybe was lurking. I mean, that's what he likes to do. But
I mean, he's gonna watch that back and be like, yeah.
Yeah, like this timing is disgusting.
Well, now you're gonna have to win a whole rounds in a row. And for Ravens, I mean, step one is try and get numbers if you can early in any of these rounds. But the Cell and Pred duo, 16-5, dominating here in the search to destroy. Kiz has got one right next to him, and that should be a free one. Slasher, nice play, just lurking out mid. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think they want to catch Falcons getting a little over aggressive. And now with the lead, like up 5-1, there's probably going to be some plays like that.
Well,
Can they take opportunity?
It's just a really alert play by Slasher. He's the one getting aggressive because usually that mid cut is controlled by the defense. He just catches a timing. He went so quick into that spot. So great job by also who we normally don't sort of see that. Him taking space away.
Yeah, I was like surprised it was Slasher.
No, yeah, but well, that first blood may not matter because you got one player deep on the flank. That's going to be Exton. Celium, he's got the sniper in hand.
Yeah, of course, it's been Pred and Cell. They've been leading the way throughout, and they might be bringing them back in a 3v4 in this one. But now, due to the kills, they're up a man. Ravens trying to hold on for dear life. Slasher and Nero, good damage in from Slasher. Tries to find an opening across. That's going to bait Pred through and set up Nero for 2. Slasher may not get the kills, but it's a huge round. Now down to 1 versus 1. Exit is a bullet. Trying to get it, but I mean, getting back to full. I mean, that's round.
Yeah, so
that's a round.
You don't really have time for this. So
yeah, he had to just send it, and
he's gonna be happy about that. I'll just be thinking, what is that guy doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I get it since he's 11 HP, but like the only win condition is you get the kill. It's like he had to fly at him bullet and just hope he dunks on him.
So yeah, I mean, that round kind of starts and ends. He just finds a couple of timings, and they know there's somebody on the flank. So Nero and Slasher just run forward. They had Celium weak with the sniper. He only has a pistol. Let's just take that gunfight and able to catch the other one.
Well, there's one done. 4 more needed now. 4 Royal Ravens, but maybe starting to find their footing a little bit here in search, but maybe just in too big of a hole. But yeah, some great players. Great plays from Slasher. Despite the fact he's 2-6, still sets up Nero for sure in that one. And Cell, similar to spotting this, making sure nobody's pushing through. It'll just be Slasher on that heady. Just trying to put damage down. The rest of the team kind of working their way up towards A. They have 2 inside a deli.
Look at that stun miss. The wallbang's coming through. Okay, that's what you have to be worried about. But the problem is Lurk died. So Lurk is going to get taken down from up top. And you have Craze lurking here. That's the sort of the issue.
You just don't need to die there.
Yeah, don't need to die here. Your playmaker is in his spot. This is what you're waiting on, to at least get 1 or 2. But now guess what? You're still down a man.
Craze gets to his box, can't make anything happen. Cell then pushes up the map. Him and Slasher are having that one-on-one extended out on plane side. Finally, they square up mid. Cell able to win it, all to Nero. Bomb getting planted here. Not going to find an opening. Kiss lurking, awaiting, finding the kill. A nice search win there for Falcons. Team starting to click up 2-0. And I mean, now this Ravens team, who we saw some positive things from. He's talking about the Monster Launch Invitational. Things not looking good.
No, the tier list might have to be edited.
It might.
In search soon. But yeah, we'll see if they can bounce back here in Overload. But so far, our first 2 maps have not looked good. And then just a little, I don't know, discombobulated, I would say. Just not really on the same page. Even just think that last round is the perfect example of it. You're setting up Craze. no reason for you to get picked because the position Craze is playing right there, he knows he's getting traded. Like he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Like you have to then the play is.
But he showed he can get 1 or 2 from that spot if someone's looking over him and helping. But then once it's just him, it's like then it's definitely a one and done type situation.
Does not help at all.
Yeah, we don't see Slasher, his webcam not working, but I gotta imagine going to be a little bit frustrated because he wants to be sort of Mr. Fundamental.
Yeah,
play the right way, react to what you're doing, and I mean, sometimes you just blame it on being short of man. Like situations are going to happen, but some of the 4-on-4 situations, just someone a little overeager, a little bit too long of a peak.
Again, this is like you've kind of hit the reset button here for Carolina. You have a young team, gonna take some time.
No, it is just how much time do you have? Because unfortunately for you, like there have been some years where it feels like, building a team from the ground up. Maybe the league's very top heavy and there's a lot of room in the middle to like rise. I don't know, but it's just real competitive right now from almost top to bottom. Like,
not a lot of space.
There's not. So not the best state for them to try and be building something, but we'll see if they're gonna be able to do it. Right now though, in trouble. Ravens in an 0-2 hole. After the break, we'll see if they can bring it back in the overload. Don't go anywhere.
Craze, one of and actually we get to say it, the winningest player in Challengers last year, and I got to start right there. You won not just multiple times, but you won multiple times with brand new rosters all the time. Take me through that whirlwind of a Challengers year.
Last year, Challengers was kind of a movie. Like I had a different team every event besides the last 2. Every elite had a different team, and every cup I felt like I had a different team. But like I don't know, it was just insane. Like everyone on my teams were just getting picked up. I had to like find replacements, so I made it work.
Do you find that like disheartening, or do you find that like that lights a fire when you're watching guys around you win with you, get picked up, and then you have to go and still grind it out again?
I think it's more motivating than anything, to be honest. Like seeing my boys get picked up, it's not like disheartening, to be honest, at all.
I would be remiss if I didn't have a chance to ask a question about my co-commentator in your study. What has it meant to be able to kind of come through as a kid, play alongside him and his community, and now have a chance to be casted by him?
It's pretty awesome being casted by him now. Obviously, I've known him for like 6 years probably now. Pretty good amount of time. It's like since I was like 15. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's dope. It's really dope. Like growing up playing wagers 8s with him and stuff, and then them casting me is pretty cool.
What is one hot take that you hold on to right now that is going to start an instant debate in the team facility?
A hot take? I got one. I think it'll get Austin fired up. Jetpacks are overrated.
What's the first word that you're saying when you get cheesed in game?
Yeah, all right. Something like that. Something about that.
Rapid fire team questions. Who's the team troll?
Lurks.
Who's sleeping through an alarm on match day?
Lurks.
Who's the teammate most likely to rage off stream?
Austin.
Who's surviving for the longest if you placed them randomly in the wilderness with no resources?
Austin.
Who's the one player that you're most excited to see on the map?
Mamba.
I love that. I love that. Okay. Sweet. Craze, thanks so much for taking the time. Best of luck this weekend. Super pumped to see you on the map.
Appreciate it. I'll catch you on the field.
Yes, sir.
We get it?
Yeah.
That's
GG. Boom. Let's go. I want to say that I was not trying to curse us. I did not. I thought it was 250 kills. So when we were up 70 kills, I was like, "There's no way we can lose."
Yeah.
Now it makes.
Dashy, oh my God, what a play. Coming in from old time, and I love this. Well, now shots
Can't read this. Yeah, what a play. He should let one walk past. Yep.
Here comes the first.
Free two-piece. Great play.
That is
free. Gorgeous.
And we get
is that gonna flip spawns? Yo, that was beautiful by
the Falcons, and Optic starting to figure it out.
And you know what? That ain't gonna show up on the scoreboard. But what a play.
You stay L-triggered, Merc's there for
just
2.
Broke the hill basically
there for the
by himself.
Kill.
This is perfect. Just funnel them green. We have this grandma rotation. 10 seconds left.
I think it's certainly
Scuff, the official controller of the CDO.
Monster Energy, official energy drink of the CDO.
We're back, and this one's looking like a hot 3-0 so far. Falcons
Might have a
complete.
couple of those today.
Yeah, no, we might. We were looking at it, I was like, hey, we might have some quick ones today. We'll see. That's all right, dude. It's all right.
Yeah,
Well, it
some
wasn't
day
quick
fives
days.
last time.
Yeah, absolutely. Go out, enjoy the weather.
Beautiful.
I just saw there's like a winter storm warning tomorrow, though. We're getting like we're getting 4 to 5 inches. You're driving. We're gonna make it in, dude. You got 4-wheel drive?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, all right, that's good. I wasn't sure if you did. We'll see if we're here. Hopefully we'll make it in safely. But back to the match. Cell has been an absolute monster. We're going to see how this team shapes up leading towards Major 1. We still have a ways to go towards that. Again, each team playing 7 matches. We've got 1 or 2 really done for most squads. But yeah, this is kind of what we hope to see from this team. What we hope to see specifically from a player like Cell. He's always a guy, even when like that FaZe team was not playing well, still got his. Like, especially I think of Vanguard. Like Vanguard, I don't know how they got all those seconds, but he was literally dropping a 1-2 every single series, even when they looked like I didn't know if they knew what direction to run sometimes in hardpoint. Like they drove us insane. But Cell was dropping bombs.
Yeah, I mean, that was sort of like the first year where we were like, dude, these numbers are...
Yeah, I was like, they don't really make sense. How they
don't make sense at all.
They just lost a hard point by 150, and he's 40 and 20. I was like, what?
That's how it was. But so far, they're up 2-0. You see those stats right there. This guy, 1.87, he is dominating, was the highest kills in the map number 1. We just saw he goes on that streak in map 2. Let's see how they look in Overload.
Now, they're going to need to get locked in every mode if they're going to contend with the top teams who they suffered losses to early on in Optic and Thieves. And just with it being a new mode, like I feel like it's a really good opening for a team if they do put the work in, if it does click for them a little bit before other squads. It's not like it's overly complicated, right? It's similar to other modes we've played, but it's still new.
No, 100%. Yeah, this is where you can kind of...
That's a quick score.
Yeah, set yourselves apart. And as you said, 40 seconds in, and there's just, again, just the slaying has been so lopsided in this matchup. If you are a Falcons fan, you are happy because this is kind of what you were hoping in matchups like this.
Dude, yeah, Ravens are getting just slammed. They've got 2 kills so far.
I thought you were going to talk about the Moaning again.
There's a 2-0 lead. Wait, I didn't get the moan. You got the moan?
Oh, I got the moan.
Oh, I didn't get the moan.
I've been having a moan.
I'm pissed. I want more moaning.
No, I'm just happy that, like...
You saw it was all like the Scum of them saw heard it too, right?
Scum heard it last week. He's like, dude, I thought that I was getting messed with.
Yeah.
No, it's like, no.
Yeah, no. Dude, when it hits, it hits.
No, it was deep in my ear. A couple of times there.
Well, finally, a couple of kills for the Royal Ravens. We'll see if they can turn this into some offense. They need to pick the player towards the MP. That was Cell. They're able to shut him down. And now they look for another opening. Numbers here for a moment for Royal Ravens. The numbers are growing. They haven't grabbed EMP yet, but they've gotten a nice stretch of kills. Unfortunately, now everybody off a spawn for Falcons. It's time to play defense, and that defense just gets blown up.
Well, he's trying to do it
Slasher with a double, tries to go through, doesn't get in. Goal line defense is there. I think he just thought I hit that nade. I got 2 on in.
No, yeah, he's pushing it, just trying to go. Almost hits the timing, comes down to a 1 versus 1, but Fred able to find it. Really, you were hoping Lurks found one because he was setting up that pinch through window room, but you picked that up if you're Falcons, but another chance here. It's going to be 3 dead. It's top side. If you are Ravens, this is the side you want up, but Drake's shots out of Exton, a wonderful snap. Then you're just sort of waiting for your teammates to get in. The player in the window room that time was Craze. Doesn't find a kill, but I think slows down the Falcons, allows you to get the score.
All right, so Ravens now back into this.
Yeah, they woke up?
Yes, yeah, no, I was real worried after the opening sequences.
2 minutes.
Yeah, no, 100%. But
2 minutes is a long time.
It is. They've got 2.5 still to work with. Trying to maybe even this up. They've chest bump in the stairwell. Celium will be able to win that. Lurks though, timing him behind. He'll get the kill, put pressure to the spawning players, or maybe he's just gonna, I thought he was gonna put pressure to spawn. He tries to catch somebody out towards mid, and he's gonna end up dropping. And I thought he was just gonna play. I thought he was gonna play for the spawn killer.
Yeah, he was trying, but he just backs up to his team. But Ravens right now down 1 and on the attack. Let's go to a listen in with Ravens.
Let's go mid. I'm there, bottom P3. Hold on. There's a thing here.
Yeah. Top P3. Because I could look.
Kill P3. P3 jumped out.
Go right, guys. They might be chasing Con. I think they're chasing Con.
He's top P3. Top P3.
Top P3 MC. Top P3 MC. One's out.
Stay left short. There's exit. I'm wrapping right.
L,
Right.
on bomb, on A bomb laying down. One short on me. On A bomb, dead. One short, yellow, one short.
I'm mid Pride, one shot.
Yeah, yellow.
Top ring. Kids top crate, and another one bottom crate. Yeah. Pillar. Top ring. One to top P3. Low right MC. Low right MC. Hard stun. Short, done.
I'm going P3, guys.
Let's get kids.
He's off,
I'm all right. Yeah, he can be deep on me.
P3, top P3, kids. Dead.
Nice. Two back right.
Back flag, weak Kismet. X-Nid, one shot flag, guys. He's on P3, I think.
Deep kids.
Yeah, one to be P3, I promise you.
He's gonna fly out. Deep on me, Kismet.
For a second, they were in pretty good position to attack, but it was like Craze kind of solo child, then Slasher kind of solo child.
Well, it seemed like they wanted to wrap it left. And
is that the play? Okay.
I think that's what... I don't know why they made that call, but then as soon as Craze died, he was the only player that could really help them rotate it back towards the top side. So it's a little, again, kind of what we've talked about, just feels like, I don't know, comms-wise, how they want to play the game, not on the same page.
Yeah, I thought that Craze was just going to kind of tuck away, wait for them to engage so he could pounce. But yeah, the timing just a little bit off, but that's, yeah, we've talked about that through the hardpoint, through the search, just tiny misplays or just misplays in timing. X did just melt Slasher. Nice little snap onto the second. Now a chance for them to maybe get forward and score. Going to win the one-on-one towards EMP. Pride able to do that.
The nades.
Hit the gap and get through. A late first half score there for Falcons as well. It was all Falcons in the first minute and a half. Then Ravens start to fight for some control, but all that fight, it feels like for Ravens, kind of dissipates. And it might get worse if these final 30 seconds, if Falcons are somehow able to score again. That would be painful. Will there be an opening? Trying to find kills. 20 seconds to go. EMP down, that will end it. So
it's always so abrupt. He just dies.
No, honestly, it's like, so he's got flashbang.
He died halftime.
Yep, halftime.
But yeah, I think just a very good start there by Falcons. Had him in a spawn trap, as we'll take a look at the highlights here. But then, yeah, Ravens came alive. But you can just see this early scoreboard was very ugly. We're thinking we're going to have a very long game, or very short game. But then you bring it back for Ravens, and there was a chance, I think, to tie it up at 2 apiece. But yeah, we heard in the listing.
Well,
something happened.
A couple, whether it was the first push where Slasher got the 2 kills with the nade and kind of just solo yellows it. Almost got through. I mean, hell, I thought he was going to get there. Got stopped right at the goal line. And then, yeah, just didn't really figure out how they maybe wanted to execute that one time. But it's a 3-1 scoreline, but yeah, I mean, it feels like it could be maybe 2-2 to finish that first half, but that's not what it'll be. So work to do for Ravens now to bring it back in this second half. They need a much better start.
No, that's the key.
Yeah.
As early in these games, they're just going down by a large amount, and well, Falcons just hanging on to that lead. That's what they have done so far, as Kismet is just all the way in the spawn. So you're gonna play off him. You can see his position on the minimap, number 4. Just trying to buy time or just be annoying.
Well, it should be. It allows the rest of your team to push the map, right? Like, it just gave them some freedom. 2 or 3 players really trying to deal with.
Well, I was just thinking, like, you can just leave him there, right?
Yeah, no, true.
Like, they're not moving the EMP whatsoever. So it's one of those things where, guys, he's behind us. Like, can we go forward? But yeah, just deal with him.
Yeah, it's just like, when will he maybe shoot in the back? It's just tough. Someone's got to pick it up. But through all that wackiness early, nothing really done objectively. Everybody kind of still fighting for control. Speaking of like flank plays, Pred might be the one to do it now. They're going to wait to see if Pred can make a play to open things up for him. But Ravens applying pressure. On the offensive side of it, Pred is the one that's going to try to slow this down, make sure they can't get EMP control. You get all the kills you want, but if you don't get the objective, you can't do anything with it. Now you've cleaned up Pred. You've got Lurks pushed up. Great opportunity here. They're going to take it bottom side due to Lurks' position. You got to win some gunfights, though, if you're going to shut it down. I thought Lurks almost got just slammed, but still a chance. That chance is now gone as Exit gets 2. Lurks was still weak from that first fight.
Yeah, I think if Slasher wins that gunfight, that's probably a score.
And if Lurks is clean, too, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I think they know he's there, so he's going to get traded out. But yeah, you're just hoping. He's just really, I'm going to buy as much time as possible, let the nades maybe be focused on me. But the guy with the EMP, he's just got a pistol. So if he takes a straight up gunfight, probably going to be a loss.
Yeah, I mean, pistol's good and all, but yeah, it should be a loss, hypothetically. Just tucked in the corner, waiting for that EMP to move forward and able to shut it down. And well, with a lot of just kind of neutral objective right now, plays great to Falcons, who have that 2-point lead. They're happy to kind of fight in a stalemate for this entire half if they need to. all the pressure to Ravens to find some openings. EMP is going to reset out to mid-map.
And they've had a lot of map control. There's always just been this one more player. You need EMP control. And you just have had Pred or Exton be so annoying. Like, you have ring control again. This is the second or third time where if you're Carolina, you've had players in this position. The problem is the EMP hasn't moved. It still hasn't. Exton is buying so much time.
He's just been in their window. Like, he's been in their window with a perfect line of sight on EMP. Like, until he's dead, you're not grabbing
Yeah,
it.
now you got to do it again, right? So, all right, we lose ring control, but all right, we have EMP. The problem is now everyone's up for Falcons. They can have a very stable defense here.
Still, though, an opportunity for Ravens to get within one. Got to start executing. Well, that might disappear before it begins, or does it? Nero some damage into the third player. That's the cue for Lurks to get on forward. He's able to finish it off. Opening is in, and there's the score. So you lose the first two players, and then basically 2v4 for the score there. That's incredible from Ravens, but we're not done yet. Just under 2 to go. They need another score.
Now they do have topside control. All of Falcons, though, starting to rotate back. They're able to win a couple of gunfights. Just some tough timing there for Lurks.
Yeah.
He was getting pushed up. Yeah, again, it just starts with this EMP, and I have no idea how Kismet got that kill.
Straight headshots.
Just
That's
all
how.
head, yeah, 3 bullets from the pistol to the head, and that is a gunfight win.
It just smokes them, and now you got to get a stop. They get a score here. It could seal it. Pressure is in. EMP going through. Big kills from Kiz and Celium, and now all that work he did if you're Ravens, it is gone. 2-point lead again for Falcons. Close to a 3-0, but we're not done yet. You just need some insane plays if you're Ravens. And well, we've seen some insane overloads. We've seen some insane ones here on exposure. Maybe a chance now for more insanity.
Yeah, Lurks just grabs the EMP. I thought he was going to maybe try to get pushed up. He was the first one off spawn. I don't think you want to be the first one off spawn to be grabbing it. That's when you want to apply the pressure based on what we've seen from our top teams. And well, he just kind of slows down, right? You just have a pistol now. But yeah, maybe they just want to control possession. Didn't want them to play keep away.
Maybe that's the case, but it's still technically possible. They're just going to have to get all of the kills. Pred able to get 2 from mid. It's bottom side spawn. Forward man's going to be Craze. He's going to grab him. The rest of his team is coming off a spawn. Can they get to him? He's just going to go for it. Maybe find an opening. Yeah, it's his desperation time.
Yeah, do the timing, the reset, 10 seconds. They know they need 2 scores, and yeah, it's just...
Yeah, I mean, hell, he got closer than I thought he was going to be honest. But Falcons, after the early struggles with the start and kickoff of the league, now on the board. They get the 3-0 win. They get 10 CDL points. And now, hey, listen, you're looking like maybe you can make a run to get a winner's bracket start. As Ant said, though, the schedule, it's not easy going forward. This is one you had to win. You did win, and you look solid in the process.
I mean, listen, second weekend of the CDL and first win, a lot better than last year. It was like the 18th weekend.
That's a really good point, Joe.
Yeah,